Welcome everybody. This is the new format for BuckleBomb Entertainment. This is our first under the new format. This is the Chop Shop. We'll be talking about WWE today.
Chap.
Not necessarily a review show, but more of like a live discussion kind of show. So I'm your host, Sarah, out of Syracuse, New York.
I'm the Mardi Gras. Happy Mardi Gras, everyone.
Yes, happy Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday, whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. It's Mardi Gras season.
Mm-hmm.
Where are your beads? Oh, I see them.
Yo.
Hi, everybody. I'm Orlando from Fort Lauderdale.
So I got snow. I think Daniel's got snow. Orlando, you don't have snow, do you?
Should I? No.
I have too much snow. I think I'm supposed to get more tomorrow.
Oh. Well, actually, we're getting rain. So I'm thinking because it's moving south, so we're just getting a lot of rain now here. It's been pouring all day today.
Enjoy the rain.
Yeah.
It may get flooded here, so you never know.
But we don't want that.
No.
All right.
After I showed you that video, what happened with my neighborhood? So yeah.
Oh yeah, the flooding. Yeah. Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
We'll get that here in springtime once all the snow starts melting. But maybe not that bad.
Hopefully.
All right, so let's talk some wrestling. So over the past week, WWE picked up a few new talents. They signed a couple of big names. A man they're calling LA Knight, who was formerly Eli Drake. They picked up Taya Valkyrie out of Impact, who is John Morrison's wife. Miko Satomura, I hope I'm saying that right. She's on NXT UK. Mako, sorry. And Millie McKenzie was just announced today. She had wrestled a couple matches in UK, and that is where she will be going back. Who do you guys think is the biggest signing here?
Mako is probably,
for me.
Yeah, Mako is probably the biggest signing in terms of like talent for the future. I mean, I think it's cool that Eli Drake is there, and I saw somewhere today where they posted that the NWA roster only has 11 people left on it. So God really knows what the future is there. I thought that was kind of interesting, but yeah, I think it's definitely Mako.
NWA is going down. NWA is going down. That's what's happening here. So we never know.
Do you think Billy Corgan? Do you think Billy Corgan sells or tries, get someone to buy him out? Do you think this is it for them?
I think he wants to buy it out because he lost a lot of money investing into it. So.
But we won't get those awesome Billy Corgan wrestling packages anymore. The video packages with the string arrangements and everything. Those were cool. No, that's a drag. I wonder if I don't know. They're still kind of showing off those belts everywhere they go whenever they can. Sure, the Nick Aldis will show up somewhere. I'm sure those belts will find a home. I mean, if anything, those belts will find a home with AEW, I would think.
The 10 pounds of gold.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, of course. I mean, there's so much history with the NWA, so they could easily scoop up, some of those talents. I mean, they have already some of the women, so.
I'm happy for Taya Valkyrie too. Getting to be with John Morrison again.
It's nice.
Although they will be on separate brands unless they move John Morrison to NXT.
I'm all about that.
That should be fun, but
get him away from the Miz.
I mean, if they're smart, they could use Taya up in the main roster, but I'm thinking she's gonna go to NXT, with that stacked women's division. Oof.
Yeah, they did announce. They did announce she was going to NXT, I believe.
So I don't know. Maybe John Morrison may go down to NXT. I mean, he'll probably achieve a lot more than what he's doing in Raw and SmackDown.
The drive's a lot closer, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No, he lives in California.
Yeah, they live in LA.
Well, then
they live in LA.
When they're in town, when they're in other parts of the country, they'll be closer.
Right.
All I know is I want a Taya Valkyrie and Ember Moon match.
Ooh. No, I want Taya versus Io Shirai. Oof.
I just want her to start a tag team with Toni Storm.
Okay.
I could see that. No, if anything, if she ever become a tag team, it'll probably be with Maurice if she ever comes back.
I don't think Maurice is coming back.
No, I don't think so either. Of course. She could just be at home just doing that skit reality comedy, So.
Reality show. So next bit of news, it was rumored last night on Raw Talk after MVP appeared with crutches and then confirmed today. MVP is dealing with a knee injury and was going to be seeing a doctor. I forget the doctor's name in Birmingham for evaluation.
It's a drag.
It's unfortunate that he got. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But
he can still
at
do a
least,
lot.
yeah, exactly. I was gonna say like he may not be able to walk down the ramp with the guys, maybe, but he could still be like backstage doing like promos and stuff. So that's the best thing about it, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll miss a couple weeks of recovery, and then he'll be back on TV. Probably not wrestling for a long time, but
Do they say what kind of injury he got?
they just said knee injury, and then he made a comment on Twitter about only having one good knee.
Okay.
My guess is it's some sort of tear or something.
Well, let's hope for a full recovery for him.
Yes. Hopefully, hoping a speedy recovery to MVP here from BuckleBomb.
Yeah.
Next bit of news, we got a couple, celebrity interactions. Bad Bunny won the 24/7 title last night. Do you guys think that's good or bad for the title?
Neither. It's great. Fantastic. Let him walk around the belt. Let him put him on social media. Let him show it off. I think it's wonderful. I think it's going to get the people that don't like it talking. It's get the people that do like it talking. Gets everyone talking. Little Bow Wow, get your ass in the ring. Let's do Bad Bunny versus Bow Wow. Cage match. 2 out of 3 falls. Give them all the weapons. Let's beat the shit out of each other. Let's go.
I mean, but they did say that Bad Bunny is going to be in SNL, so I mean that would be a good little like skit that they can do, you know. So, and I'm hoping R-Truth like ruins like SNL. I mean, he's comic gold, so he'll work perfectly in SNL.
Yeah, I would say he is the musical guest. I'm thinking one of the other cast members takes it off him first, because I'm not sure. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, they could.
I haven't watched it in a few years, but the 2 guys that had the interaction with Braun Strowman, are they still doing SNL?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're still doing it. Yeah. So there you go. So 2 of them could probably win the title, and then like R-Truth wins it back, or they could do like a full like whole skit of the whole thing, you know. So they
or the guy who was feuding with Braun Strowman a couple years ago. I can't think of his name. The white guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Cole. Yeah, it's Scarlett Johansson's husband. I forget what's his name.
Have him win it off Bad Bunny, and then Braun Strowman show up on SNL, take it off him.
No, that's beneath Braun, unfortunately. I mean, I would like him to go away, but that's a different story for another topic.
But yeah, I was going to bring up Bow Wow training as well. Do you guys think he should get like a free pass right into the WWE, or do you think he should spend his few years on the Indies?
It depends on what you think you can get out of him.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's depending on like how he does, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like he said that his dream is to tag with Ray, so let's just see if that may happen. I don't know.
Yeah. Probably right about the same size and build.
Yeah.
Other big news coming out of Monday Night Raw last night. Lacey Evans is pregnant.
For realsies.
For real.
For real.
For realsies. Real life and storyline, apparently.
I think it's great. I think this is awesome timing.
But yeah, I hear the sarcasm in Daniel's voice.
I'm serious.
Like,
I'm totally here for this.
I'm happy. No, I'm actually happy for it because it means that storyline is probably going to end. If they try to extend it, no. It's just that storyline with her and Charlotte. It just needs to like go away.
I mean, I saw they were planning on keeping her on TV just for storyline for a few weeks. Obviously, going to figure out something for her match on Sunday. We'll see what happens.
Ric Flair's reaction is priceless on this. I mean, if you're gonna it's the best way to use Ric Flair without him really doing anything.
His dancing, just come on.
I mean, he already does so much, just by his presence there. You get a couple of woos, he smiles. You let Lacey do all the talking. How many situations do you have with Ric Flair where he's not doing all the talking? So I mean, that's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. All right. Also, we saw incredible video package with Alexa Bliss and maybe a zombie Bray Wyatt or an even more demon Bray Wyatt.
A decaying Bray Wyatt. He's decaying. Like he's gonna be like all like burnt and like a zombie like burnt kind of like creature and stuff. And that's what I'm thinking that's gonna happen. So I'm excited. Hopefully he gets a win in WrestleMania because he hasn't really won in WrestleMania. So we'll see what happens. So.
Yeah, I don't count last year's cinematic match as a win, really.
It wasn't really a match. There was no bell.
No, there was a bell.
Was there a bell?
Yeah, there was a bell. Yeah, there was a bell.
Did it ever end?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I don't think that there was ever a first bell, but I'm going to go back and watch now. That's my thing to do tonight.
Better you than me.
Yeah.
I love that match. I'll watch it as many times as I need to, Sarah.
Oh no, that match is incredible. That match is just like, I mean, for a first ever cinematic match and how they thought it out. I'm just wondering what kind of creative mind that Bray will do if he decides to do that with Randy, because like there's so much history that Randy has. Like they delved deep into John's history. Like imagine the history that they could do with Randy. It's just no, I can't wait.
I mean, it's a cool video package. I wouldn't call it a match, though.
Why not?
Give it a little more credit than a video package.
Brian's not here. Someone's got to bring the tea.
That's fine. Hey, it's fine. You know, channel the inner Bella.
Listen, look, there are people that are on Sarah and Brian's side that hated it. It didn't make any sense. So
it made 100%.
So thank you very much.
I liked it as a video package.
It made sense for me.
Yeah, no, like if you don't like it, you don't like it. But you can't sit here and tell me it was nonsense. I mean, it's like it's so well thought out, and like if you are a huge fan of the story,
and
it all has a place and it has a
like
thing
the
and
beats to it.
Yeah, and that's why people like it, because it is so thought out. But you know, if you don't like it, that's fine. You just tell me you don't like it, but don't tell me that it didn't make sense, because it fucking makes sense.
I like it as a good video package. I didn't like it as a match, though.
Double down on the video package. Double D.
Thanks for that tea, Cornette.
Don't go there.
Yeah. Happy Mardi Gras, Jim Cornette, wherever you are.
All right. So to double down, looks like WWE is double downing on breaking up good teams and factions. Looks like after TakeOver on Sunday, Undisputed Era might be over. Orlando, didn't you just buy a Undisputed Era t-shirt too?
Actually, it's funny. I just bought the Adam Cole t-shirt. It was just Adam Cole with like Undisputed kind of like lettering. Yeah, so it's an interesting timing for that.
It was like me when I bought the Iconics autograph poster. They broke up the next day after I got it. I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
I've been calling for this for a while. I want to see something different from Adam Cole. Roderick Strong can do whatever you need him to do. Bobby Fish can fit in wherever you need him to. Kyle O'Reilly clearly stands well on his own. It's fine.
I think Kyle and him kind of team up.
Look, well, I mean, what they could easily do is this. The main story is going to be Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. Like, Roderick Strong could probably still be his own man. I mean, he has his wife there, so maybe he can have his wife team up with him, and then like they could do a storyline with them, or like have them face like the Garganos. That would be interesting, you know. Husband and wife match. That's been a while for something like that, you know. And then like they have like Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly, which will probably be out throughout the whole year. Because if you have seen any of their matches at Ring of Honor, it does get really intense and good. Like, any of you want to watch like Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly match, go back to Ring of Honor and watch it. They probably put up some of them on the YouTube channel. Very good matches.
It's a good way to get Kyle O'Reilly kind of away from the title picture, because you're obviously going to do some karrion cross eventually, because you know they're going to give him the belt back that he never lost.
I think he's going to be going to the main roster. I think he's going to go to Raw. I think they're just wanting to see what time frame. Yeah.
Karrion Kross to Raw confirmed? Okay.
Not confirmed, but
Well,
I believe so.
hey, Randy wants to do something with him. So imagine, them two fighting. So, and plus, like, like he'll probably work better with a lot of the heavyweights that are up there. He
I
works
want
well
Carrion
with
in the Fiend.
Damian Priest. Oh
Gimme
yeah, ooh,
Scarlett and
there you
Alexa.
go.
Come on, let's go.
Yep, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they don't have a match, they can just both be weird and see who's, and just compete for who's going to be weirder.
And finally, we could get Scarlett wrestle. I want her to at least have one match in NXT before she gets called up. I don't know if whether she's just wanting not to wrestle or what is she wanting to do. So I mean, I don't
Who
know.
does she wrestle?
Could be any job girl. I don't know. Some.
Yeah, but do you want her to just like squash somebody, or do you want her to have like a super banger with like a specific person?
Trying to think who. Hold on.
Maybe her and Candace.
Give her.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe
that's
her and
the
Candace.
answer. That's the answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with that 100%. Candace versus Scarlett Bordeaux. Yes.
Speaking of women from NXT, I just came across my news feed, not my news feed, but my Twitter feed right before we started. What's her name? Casey Catanzaro has deactivated her Twitter account.
Oh.
She's been getting
why?
Because she's been getting harassed about COVID regulations.
Yep.
What happened? What'd she do?
I believe it goes back to, I don't know if it's her birthday or Ricochet's birthday, when they all went out to eat and were all maskless.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even going to get into it. It's just not worth it.
Let's move on. We'll stay on the NXT TakeOver rounds. Let's talk about the Dusty Cup winners.
I am so happy we're going to finally get a Raquel versus Nia. Please give me that match right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want it tomorrow. Please.
Or do you want to still build up to them have a match at WrestleMania weekend?
No, I don't think they're going to have it at WrestleMania. I don't think they're ready for that yet. I don't know. Like, I don't know if they're going to call them up or they're just going to use it as like a one-off because I have a feeling Raquel's probably going to be the one to dethrone Io.
I can see that.
Let me say two things here. One, Raquel is awesome. Give me any kind of match.
What's going to happen.
Yeah. Give me that. I want all that. But I just formed my thought on a Casey Catanzaro. I didn't want to speak out of turn here, but I don't want to get into like what everyone thinks about our current global situation. But I will say it's never okay to bully or harass somebody online, no matter what it is. And if you've done that to the point where they've had to deactivate their account, that's not cool. And you shouldn't pounce on people like that. And you shouldn't, just because they are a public figure, that is technically cyberbullying or bullying or however you want to think about it. And that's not cool. And we don't promote bullying here at BuckleBomb Entertainment. And that's my thought. Raquel Gonzalez is awesome. Give her all the belts. She can destroy everyone. I'm cool with that. And you better, because she pinned Rhea. She beat Rhea. So it's like, well, okay then.
And she was the star of War Games.
Yeah, so you better push her.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that they're probably building that to maybe like around April or something, maybe. Or maybe like
where the hell is
NXT,
Rhea
like
Ripley?
they haven't done where somebody what happened?
Daniel, you're saying something?
Oh no. I was just kind of throwing in a thought. You go right ahead.
I'm kind of worried if they're going to do a takeover on WrestleMania weekend. Usually they would do it Saturday, but now with WrestleMania being 2 nights, maybe they do a takeover on Friday.
That'd be cool.
Maybe do the Hall of Fame on Thursday, Takeover Friday, then WrestleMania Saturday, Sunday.
I mean, can you even do it earlier in the day? Like, can you do like, especially if it's only going to be like 4 hours each night or 3 hours each night? Can you have Takeover for 3 hours and then the first night of WrestleMania? I mean, I think Friday night would be cool. But you still need all of your go home SmackDown stuff also.
Oh, that's true. That's
so
true.
It's kind of tricky, you know. I mean, I would even think that like they could even experiment with something like trying it at 2:00 in the afternoon. Like, how crazy would that be if you saw like you were to turn on a Takeover at 2:00 in the afternoon?
I mean, I'm out of work, so I'm okay with that.
2 to 5 pre-show, 5 to 6, 6 on first night of WrestleMania.
I've actually got a 3-day weekend that weekend, so I'm pumped for that.
Let's go.
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
What I'm talking about.
What are your thoughts? Do you think they're going to have a Takeover WrestleMania weekend?
I'm thinking since Finn is the champion, they have to put him in WrestleMania because he's been there before. So I don't know who will be his challenger. But oh crap! Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, hold on. Give me a second. Sorry, guys.
I'm going to go with a bold prediction here. I'm going to say Edge versus Finn Balor for the NXT title.
Ooh, I mean, it'd be cool. I mean, I don't know that they would. They know how hot the Roman Reigns thing is right now, so I don't think that they would use that as a platform to tease. Is my only thing. Like, I think if the word Edge comes out of his mouth, then he's going to have a match with him. Now he could have a match with him before that, and then still do that, and then still have Edge versus Finn.
I mean, unless Roman loses the title.
Right. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me better now?
Yep, we can hear you.
So who would it be though? Because now we have this new kind of stipulation where someone's gonna have to go through the elimination chamber and then have a match. And now Kofi's in that match. Like, do we have Kofi like run the gauntlet again, like so to speak, and then beat Roman Reigns for the belt? I mean, I don't think they would do that, but it's possible.
No, he's going for the Raw title, so it's going to have to be somebody in the SmackDown Elimination Chamber.
That's right, it's Raw. Damn it. Oh, that would have been fun.
That would have been interesting.
I guess anything's possible.
I mean, I'd like to see Cesaro take it, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. I'm way into that.
Mm-hmm.
Give me all the Cesaro matches.
But we did skip over MSK winning. They're
huge. I think that was the biggest deal, and that was such a huge pay-per-view. It was such a good pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
And we like this was the big conversation amongst us all today. Like, what was the better match? Kushida versus Gargano or MSK versus Grizzly Young Veterans, and it's like, we talk about there's the match, and then there's what the match means. And for MSK to come in and win that tournament, I think it's awesome, and I think it's really cool of the people from NXT, to bring in the Rascals like that and push them to the moon. Like that's not something you expect from WWE, even though it is NXT, so it does kind of stand alone as anything that Vince does. But I think it's awesome.
And they can put on a good show, so it's not like they came in undeserving of some big wins.
No, all their matches were great. This was such a good Dusty Cup, by the way. The whole tournament, like we got several just really mouth-watering matchups that made us. It was so good. I really enjoyed all of it.
And that whole pay-per-view takeover was just top to bottom was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing. My only criticism was that Kushida didn't win the belt, but I mean, they had such a great match. It kind of doesn't matter who wins in that situation, I suppose. Although I don't like. I mean, how many times can he go for that belt and lose? It's like what kind of story are we trying to tell there?
Issues with my phone.
No, it happens. So two
Yeah.
talking points that you missed. First one, I made a bold prediction. I'm predicting Edge to take on Finn Balor for the NXT title WrestleMania. And then,
Okay.
I mean, it's a long shot, but I could see it happening.
Well, because it will make more sense because they were saying that one NXT is going to be a presence in WrestleMania, which that's good. So that could explain maybe why Raquel and Dakota may have won. So maybe they're going to probably be added into the tag match that's probably going to happen at WrestleMania. And if Edge decides to pick Finn, I mean, that would make more that would be good because he's never faced Finn, and I would like to see that type of match.
And then the other thing we were talking about was your thoughts on MSK winning the male Dusty Cup.
Grizzly Young Veterans is a good heel team, so I'm thinking that MSK may win the titles, and then that will be a great feud for both of them, like for MSK as well as Grizzly Young Veterans, because it could go back and forth with them too. In my opinion,
I can see that. Another story I was seeing today, I guess, kind of like an update. Vince's rule now with third-party violations, whatever. Supposedly now, like as far as Twitter and Instagram, they can't be promoting another company and getting paid for it.
He just got mad for the fact that they mentioned a lot of AEW, because unfortunately, a lot of people, significant others like family and friends and loved ones, are working for AEW. So, case in point, Adam Cole and Britt Baker, Dolph Ziggler and his brother. What's his brother's name?
Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan Neff. So,
From what I understood from this article, they can mention other products and stuff. Not necessarily wrestling related. Or stand in front of a restaurant and say, "Hey, this is a great place to go." They just can't make money off it.
I think it's stupid, and for a lot of reasons. First of all, they're independent contractors. You really shouldn't have that much say over all these things, whether it's in your contract or not. Which is you shouldn't get the loopholes of hiring the wrestlers as independent contractors and then also be able to make all these decisions about them as people and what they do with their spare time. And even then, if USA Network or NBC that you just signed a massive freaking deal with, by the way, you got NBC money, and then you still want to come after me for any money that I can make on my own. It's ridiculous. And they don't even offer their own streaming platform. If you could go on NBC's version of Twitch and do the same thing that you're doing, and you didn't want to do that, then I would see that argument because you have a deal with that company. But they don't have that. USA Network doesn't have that. It's just a question of them. Is it because they don't like Amazon? Is it because they don't like YouTube? Freaking YouTube. I know that people with their YouTube channels aren't having as hard of a time. Like Oscar, for example, she still gets to do all of her stuff. So I'm not sure if they're just upset with Twitch because it's owned by Amazon. I'm not sure.
I think I have a reason. Okay,
go for it.
If you're in good graces with Vince, then he'll allow you. I've noticed, if you hear a lot of people when they talk about Vince in shoot interviews, it sounds like Vince hates them, which I can kind of see. If you don't really know your wrestlers, then you're not gonna want to hear anything that they want to say to you. Two, if the person's making a lot of money for your company, case in point, Becky Lynch, when she was doing a lot of advertisements, John Cena, Batista, if they're making a lot of money to help you out, then yeah, of course he's gonna allow that, But if it's just like Lana, for instance, if she decides to do a movie, I think they'll have a problem with it, unless if she has nothing to do, then they'll be like, okay, go ahead, because they don't have nothing for her. So That's my take.
I think you're right, because I mean, Zelina and Paige both went, no, fuck you, we're going to do our Twitch pages. One of them had to be the sacrificial lamb, and the other person still gets to do whatever they want. Now, I realize that Paige's situation is a little bit different, but
of course,
but you know,
plus,
she has all.
but
she's
plus,
made them a
remember,
lot of money.
plus also remember, Paige probably has a deal with Fox, maybe, because that's why Punk came back, because it was not with WWE, it was more with Fox.
Right.
So it's separate.
Same thing as Renee Paquette right now. She's got to deal with Fox. That's how she was on backstage.
Exactly. Even though it has the WWE name, it's Fox actually. So WWE can't really say. That's why they try to promote Punk, because he's back. But since he was trashing the company, he's like, oh, you know what? Fuck this. Fuck that guy. So, so that's why they didn't advertise him anymore. So.
Yeah, this is all going to get very interesting in the next couple of years, because I mean, all these platforms are only going to keep getting bigger and bigger, and now you're going to be putting all of your content that ever happened on a NBC streaming service, and yet you're still going to have a Friday night show on Fox. Like, you're eventually going to have some weird fucked up conflict, you know, at some point down the line.
It's all depending on what Fox says, because remember, not all of Fox is owned by Disney, because Disney get all of Fox, so that's probably what happened. And we just lost our host.
I'm in the host spot now. Oh no!
What?
Never mind.
No, not anymore.
That didn't last long at all.
But remember,
relegated
so that was the
immediately.
thing. It's just like, yeah. But remember, the deals are for 5 years, so it's all depending on what the deal says. So, like,
I think you'll see new contracts.
Yeah, soon. And plus, I don't know, maybe they're planning to give this 5 years so that they could revamp the app, because they invested so many years in that app. So I'm thinking they should try to invest. Oh, boo. Oh, screw that guy. Anyways, sorry. I have impact on my TV. Sorry. Okay, we'll talk about that on Saturday. Anyways.
Yep.
Live reactions. You get it all here on Tuesday.
So yeah. But that's the thing. It's just like that. Okay, here's the problem that WWE needs to really realize. They need to really change their contract situations to not say independent contractor, because if you're saying independent, that means that they can work anywhere else in a sense, because that's what it's meaning. Not like what they should be saying is WWE contract, meaning like you're contracted by WWE, not independently. So that's what they need to do there.
Agree.
I mean, I think at this point, like, you know, I mean, I know Twitch was popular a couple of years ago when you know, some people signed contracts in 2018 or 2019. But I mean, as time goes on, you should be more like, hey, let's talk this out. Let's negotiate. Let's find some kind of a middle ground here, instead of just like creating rules that you have to abide by. I mean, it's like, you already have so many rules that you have to abide by. Like, why do you need more?
Well, that's the problem with Vince. It's just like that's what irks me when it comes to some businessmen. It's just like, you have to follow this type of ruling. If there's a loophole and you get upset with somebody finding the loophole, you can't get upset with them for finding the loophole. You know? It's just like, I don't know. And plus, like, it doesn't seem like Vince is interested in growing his company, like really wanting more people to watch. He just doesn't care anymore, which is sad, you know?
Well, he's more focused on like 20 people than he is like his fans. Like, he's focused on his investors and
of course,
what they're happy with.
Of course. That you see, and that's another thing. It's just like, wouldn't the investors want more money? Like, you know, and if they get like, I don't know. It's just, I mean, this deal is good because it's $1 billion for 5 years. Is it right? It's about yeah, like $1 billion for 5 years. So it's a good investment, you know. So
plus we're able to host more content, so that'll be nice.
Exactly. So, you know,
I think if we've learned anything throughout all this, especially with the Wednesday Night Wars.
I think Orlando froze again.
if we learned anything with the Wednesday Night Wars,
Go ahead.
and like the,
God damn it.
I guess the
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
the expectation for Dynamite to only have 500,000 people.
Okay.
I think
If we learned about the
shows
Wednesday, it really shows what? You need a Jake for this?
I need a drink. No, I think it shows that like if you have 500,000 people watching, that's enough to keep somebody around. And I know that USA expects a lot more from Raw because of what they've done in the past. TNT was elated with AEW Dynamite to just maintain a number that was above 500,000. So no matter what, like you still have one of these shows. As long as you're kind of above that mark, you're probably still making somebody just barely even happy enough. And then at that point, they're only upset because you used to be more popular in the past. Is my whole point.
I don't know. It's just to me, I kind of disagree with that because like how content has become more and more available. Like there's so much content now. It's just like it's so hard to keep up with a lot of things. Like so many original movies, a lot of TV shows, like on Amazon, on Netflix, on Disney Plus, on now on HBO Max, which I'm hoping that AEW, if they're smart, they could go to HBO Max to have their pay-per-views there. But that'll be in the future. But
Like we all need another streaming service.
No,
but I mean, like HBO Max is not so bad. It's just it's good content. It has a lot of good movies and TV shows, and plus it will be cheaper. Would you rather pay $15 for a pay-per-view than $50? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a good point.
You know, and plus, like it will help out both Warner Media. With their like, I bet you they're probably thinking about that. So because like I don't know how much are they making a lot of these other companies with these streaming apps. Like I don't know how much like AEW is making with all the pay-per-views that are like $50 every quarter of the year. I don't know.
Yeah. So let's move on to our next topic. Pat McAfee was talking about, somebody asked him about when he was returning, just kind of hinted that Hunter, say kind of had to get back in shape a little bit, and then they can talk, but at this time, creative has nothing for him.
For who?
Which, Pat
McAfee.
I'm okay with him.
Do we really want him on TV though? Yeah, me too.
He gets good heat. I mean, I don't necessarily need to see him wrestle, but I mean, I don't mind him, being a jackass on the microphone.
But who does he need to face now? Because now Adam Cole's the heel, so
he needs to manage.
Oh.
Let him manage.
To.
Let him manage Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch.
I was thinking that too. Yeah, just like they because I don't know what else they could do with them. So
yeah. So the last, kind of big piece of news, Cody Rhodes was on some podcast or some show, I forget which one it was, and talking about, all the working together with different promotions. And Cody mentioned that he could see, down the line in the future, not a big chance, but there's a small chance you could see AEW and WWE work together. I kind of don't see it, though.
I don't see it as long as Vince is around.
Yeah. Once Vince is dead, and if Triple H is the sole owner, then yes. But I mean, it's sad to say that, but I mean that's the truth. Like Vince is not going to allow that.
I mean, I don't think Triple H will be the owner, but he'll be like the head booker. Running a lot of the day-to-day operations.
I still have a feeling that Vince is going to sell WWE to like one of the big, like Disney or Amazon. Like
it's not Disney anymore. No. They burned that bridge.
Mm-hmm.
He will not sell to Disney.
Well, I mean that's ESPN. Okay, no, that's ESPN. That's different. I mean, if Disney, like the CEO of Disney, that's different than like somebody that does ESPN Plus. I'm sorry. I say them very separately. I know that they're in the same bandwagon, but no.
But you're not going to put the WWE on the Disney Channel. You're going to put it on ESPN.
Or you could put it on Hulu, like how they've been doing a lot of their content.
You could do a lot of things, but I'm like, why would you purchase the WWE and then not put it on ESPN if you own ESPN? It's a no-brainer.
Well, I mean, they could still do that. I don't know, but I mean,
All right, so last thing we'll get to before we end here.
I'm not gonna. Did I freeze?
Still with us, Orlando?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep, you're better now. So last thing we'll get to here is, what was your guys' favorite show and favorite match for WWE this week?
Vengeance, by far.
The whole pay-per-view, yeah. The close second would have to be the Gauntlet match. I like that Gauntlet match from Raw.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
But everybody like how they're supposed to be shown, as top contenders. But
I'm gonna go with the triple tag on No Surrender this past weekend. I really enjoyed it. I thought the finish was really smart, and you still got tons of places that you can go with that storyline.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, I'd really say Vengeance was my favorite WWE show this week. Really good pay-per-view, top to bottom. But yeah, I think probably my favorite match this week. I think the Gauntlet match was really well done last night.
Oh, and if anybody ever wants to watch NXT UK, watch this past Thursday's episode. Mako made her debut. I just love that woman. She I can't wait for her versus Kaylee Ray. Oh, that's gonna be a match. That's gonna be a contender match right there. Oof.
I think that's when Kaylee loses the belt. He comes over to the main NXT roster.
Yeah.
All right, well, this looks like a good place to stop. Don't forget to check us out. Our next show will be Thursday night. That'll be our Elite Talk show. Yep, you're here, Orlando. You kind of got a frozen screen, but we can hear you.
Thanks for hanging out with us, y'all.
Yes. All right, so Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, will be our AEW show.
Sorry for the tech issue. I'll try to fix it.
All right, so check us out. We may do a show tomorrow night. We'll see how things are going. But definitely 8 p.m. Thursday night for our Elite Talk, which will be our AEW show. We'll talk Dark and Dynamite. And then Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, will be our Impact and Indie show. All right, so don't forget to check us out on BuckleBombEntertainment.com. All your favorite podcasts on Twitter at BuckleBombENT. Also, check us out Saturday. We're going to be doing every Saturday night now, probably around 8 p.m. Eastern, give or take. We'll post up what we're going to do. We'll be playing either games, doing a watch along, or some sort of game show or trivia show.
Excuse me.
Yes, the next excuse me will be around WrestleMania weekend. But I do have other trivia shows planned, so we'll see. And Daniel's new game show was a hit.
Bring around the jabroni. Half of the segments worked. We're going to cut out the shit that didn't work, expand the parts that did. It's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, so where can they find you, Daniel?
DMC Grizzle, or maybe I'll start a new account called Marty Bra. Who knows?
You could do both.
DMC Marty.
Marty.
Orlando, where can they find you?
Yeah, there you go. You can find me at Twitter at Orly1985. That's ORLLIE1985. Go ahead and give me a follow. I'll fix the tech issues.
Have a good night, everybody.